Hi, this is the Start 3D Modeling channel, and in this video I will show you how to design this part in Plasticity. It is a simple model, but in this video I want to show you the simple capabilities of this software because Plasticity is not a typical 3D CAD system. It is 3D CAD software, but it differs from typical parametric CAD systems based on operation history, features, and parameters. This is because Plasticity uses the direct modeling method. Everything we do based on the model, and this has many advantages. Primarily, learning Plasticity is very easy. If you have experience with parametric CAD systems, the Plasticity interface might seem a bit complicated and illogical to you, but after creating a few of your own projects, everything will make sense. Okay, I will now go to Plasticity and show you how to create this simple part. By the way, if you like Plasticity, there's a discount code in the description below that will give you 10% off the license price. The Plasticity license is perpetual, so you only have to buy it once, and you can use the program forever, and this license is not very expensive, so I think it might be an interesting solution for some people. Okay, I will go to a new project, and we will start by creating a rectangle. We will draw a rectangle whose center point will lie at the intersection of the coordinate system, axes. We have such a command, but this command is hidden within these options. If you hover the cursor over the rectangle drawing option, press and hold the left mouse button, and then move over to the command, the center rectangle command, and release the left mouse button. That command will be selected next. We hover the cursor over the coordinate system origin point. The cursor will snap to that point, and we click the left mouse button. Then we move the cursor to specify the location of the second point of the rectangle. To do this precisely, we can enter dimensions. To do this, we press the Tab key, and here we enter 70. Then I press the Tab key again, and here I enter 30 and press Enter. Now I will switch to the top view. I click on this plane on the navigation cube, and here I will draw two circles. I select Circle Drawing. I would like this circle to be placed approximately in this location at a specific distance from the coordinate system, origin point. In Plasticity, the easiest way to do this is to draw a circle or some geometry at a characteristic point. In this case, I will draw it at the coordinate system, origin point. Then I press the Tab key to specify the diameter of this circle, and I enter 7 millimeters here. And we have this circle here. Now we will move this circle a specified distance along the x-axis. We select the Move command. Commands in Plasticity can also be activated using keyboard shortcuts, or we select these commands from the command list. Of course, not all commands are visible here. Some commands are available by clicking this button, and all commands are available by pressing the F key on the keyboard or by clicking this magnifying glass icon, and here we have all available commands, and we can simply enter the command name here. We select the command we want to use from the command list. Now we move a specified distance along the x-axis. In this case, I would like to move it by 20 millimeters along the x-axis, and as you can see, we can do this simply by dragging the arrow defining the x-axis, but we can also do it slightly differently. Now, after dragging the x-axis arrow several times, I cannot enter a specific displacement value here, but we can enter a specific displacement value in this field. Therefore, I now press Escape to return to this position. I press the G key. Now I can enter a specific displacement value here, or I simply press the X key on the keyboard and enter a specific displacement value. In this case, I will enter, for example, 25 millimeters. I press Enter, and then I press Enter again to confirm it, and we have the circle created in this location. Now I will create a circle on the other side of the y-axis, and I will do this using the Mirror command. I press the F key, I type Mirror here, select the command and indicate the plane for mirroring. In this case, I click this marker so that the mirroring is performed from this side, and I click OK. And we have this geometry. It is a planar geometry. Now, based on this geometry, we will create a solid by extruding the planar area. I select the area based on which I want to create the solid, and here, the extrude operation was automatically activated. By dragging this handle, we can create a solid of a specific height, but we can also do it precisely by entering a specific value here. I switch to selecting faces because I will create this geometry on the face of the solid. We have geometry selection modes. Here I discuss more about the basic aspects of 3D modeling in Plasticity in a long, quite detailed tutorial, the link to which I will include in the description below this video. Now I point to this face and press the space key, and on this face we will create geometry. I select circle drawing, I place the center of the circle at this point, and then I press the tab key. I enter 15 as the diameter of the circle and press enter to confirm it. I close the view of the temporary construction plane, and based on this area, I will create a material removal from this solid. I do this by selecting the area, dragging this handle so that the solid goes beyond this block, and here I will use the difference operation. I press the W key on the keyboard and select the solid from which I want to remove this material. I click OK, and in this way, we have created something like this. Now I will turn off the visibility of all planar geometries. I click on the group of planar geometries and click the eye icon next to one of these geometries, and we have something like this. Now I will add edge fillets. I switch to selecting edges. Holding the Shift key, I select these two edges, and here I can add a fillet or a chamfer, depending on which direction I drag this marker, or we can simply choose the appropriate command from the list of contextual commands. In this case, I press the D key, enter 3, press enter, and enter again to confirm it. I will add chamfers to these edges. Using the Shift key, I select these two edges. I press the C key, then 5, enter and enter again to confirm it. Now holding the Shift key, I select the 4 edges of the solid. And here I press the D key. I enter 5, press enter, and enter again to confirm it. And in this way, we have created this solid. And although showing how to create it took a few minutes, creating such a solid actually only takes a few dozen seconds. Another interesting thing about Plasticity is that if we want to make any changes now, we make those changes directly on the model. For example, I would like to move this hole a bit and enlarge this solid slightly. Therefore, holding the Shift key, I select these faces, activate the move command, which means I press the G key on the keyboard, and for example, along the x-axis, we will move it by 10 millimeters. As you can see, we slightly enlarged the solid and the hole changed its position. We did everything on the model. We can do the same with this part of the solid. Now, holding the Shift key, we select these faces, we press the G key, and for example, along the x-axis, we will move it by 3 millimeters. I press enter. Enter again, and we have applied changes to the model. So, if you have experience with parametric 3D CAD systems, such operations are performed slightly differently there. In the case of parametric 3D CAD systems, we must edit features and parameters. And in the case of Plasticity, which is CAD software utilizing the direct modeling method, we apply changes directly to the model. In the description below this video, I include a link to a long tutorial where I discuss the basics of 3D modeling in Plasticity in quite detail, and I also include a discount code for purchasing a Plasticity license. We will finish here. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.